It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are in the Steel City at Pittsburgh's Acrisure Stadium. Get us started now, the kicker Chris Boswell. And with the terrible towels waving wildly, we are underway from Pittsburgh. Run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. Wilson going to come out throwing. And his first pass is incomplete.
And that certainly could be a sign of things to come because they're blitzing to start this ball game. And it works for them there as they force the incomplete pass.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. So 2 incompletions have led him to an early 3rd and 10. Now Wilson. He's got his target. That's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. And a big 32-yard play on 3rd. Play action. It's Wilson. He'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth. And he's taken down inside the 30. Play action. Now Wilson. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Under pressure, they got him again. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. To throw is Wilson. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. And now before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. And the Steelers are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive. That right there is the inauspicious start that they were hoping to avoid, a turnover on the first possession.
I love how you use those college-bound words like that, inauspicious. Well done. I really appreciate that. But here's the thing for me. I'm just wondering if their game plan is incorrect. You know, I think they felt like they could come in and throw it around pretty well. That interception early, they may rethink how they go about attacking.
And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's a 2nd and 9. Now Wilson. Pass complete. George Pickens with it. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. Now run straight ahead with Warren. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out. And they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Wilson. Got his man, it's Warren. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering.
Now a diving catch made just beyond the line of scrimmage. Just a gain of a couple there. And it'll be 4th down.
That's just simply not right. To make that kind of a catch, that spectacular, and not get a first down out of it.
I guess he could put it on his personal highlight reel, however.
Yeah, he'll get the catch, he'll get the yardage, but he doesn't get what he really wants.
We're scoreless after 1. Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. Now it's Wilson.
Nope.
And it's incomplete. They cannot
that shit out of here.
And they turn it over. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Remember last time out they threw the interception on their first drive. Good news, their defense backed him up, so it's still 0-0 here as they begin their second possession.
Yeah, and one great way to judge a defense, how do they handle what we call sudden change? When all of a sudden, you know, it goes against their offense and have to run out in the field and try and put out the fire. Give this one great kudos for getting out there and not letting that interception lead to points. Excellent job by them defensively.
On 3rd down, Wilson. That is caught. He's got the first down and more. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A big gain of 38 there on 3rd down. Harris running straight ahead. And he'll fight forward on the straight ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down.
Holcomb is not tackling. I'm sorry.
They stay on the ground again. It's Harris. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
We can run the ball if you want to, bro.
Good for 22 and a first down. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that, the nickel look. 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then, you take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
Here now, 2nd and 4. On the give, this is Harris. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. Now it's Wilson. Complete to Washington.
Get in there.
And in for the Steelers touchdown. Darnell Washington, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Steelers post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in the second quarter.
We here.
Extra point put through by Boswell, and it's now a 7-0 game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Cordero Patterson to return it, bringing it out of the end zone. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on 4th.
This is not the formation I want.
How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with it.
And now off to the races down the right side. And he steps out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35. 44 yards rushing for him now in his first 2 carries of the ball game. And a lot of times a guy like that at this level, all he needs is 1 block to spring him, and he was sprung.
Just 1, and that 1 turned into a huge, huge play.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Wilson to throw. And
where's the pick at, bro?
It's knocked away and incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing is Wilson. He finds his man complete. That's Warren. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming. Here's Wilson.
There's a dot. There's a dot. Give that to you.
George Pickens, 33 yards. And the Steelers are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Boswell good with the extra point. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Patterson going to bring this out of the end zone. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
Ooh, Minka
and the screen unsuccessfully dropped it. 2nd and 10. Here's Wilson.
What?
Get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Queen. And
that's just crazy.
Back to the 29. Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to
didn't stop running. Why did he stop running like that?
Windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
After the interception, here's Wilson. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. After the sack, here's 2nd and 11. Looking to throw. Wilson looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Warren. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. From the gun, it's Wilson.
Should have kept following him. I didn't think you were dumb enough to throw that shit.
Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Steelers will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that makes the score 14-7. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. From his end zone, here comes Patterson. Oh, some strong running. And good coverage defensively. They wouldn't let him get ahead of steam going, and he'll be brought down at the 15. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And with him trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. Completes this one to Pickens. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. On first down, Wilson finding Pickens for another catch. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. And now they come up and spike it to stop the clock. Now it's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson.
This game is fucking bullshit.
Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
That was fucking crazy, bro.
Has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call.
I fucking had it. I literally had it.
Back to throw again. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And into the end zone. Touchdown,
let's fucking go.
Pittsburgh. Mike Williams in the final seconds of the first half. And the Steelers have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half.
Let's fucking go.
Boswell good with the extra point. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So the late touchdown ties things as they will kick this one away in the final stages of the half. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and then
let's go, boys.
Out to the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they'll have time for one play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's going to lose yardage. Not that it matters as the final seconds tick away. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. Patterson going to bring this out of the end zone. Oh, it's some hitting going on now. This has been a tight game, and he takes a big shot there on the return.
How much?
They go play action now. Wilson.
Yep.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Let's go.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And they're set up in a golden position here right around the 10-yard line.
Oh, yeah.
So this game tied at the half, and if you wondered who would come up with the first big play of this third quarter, we have our answer.
Well, in basketball, you know how they tell you to have active hands defensively?
Touchdown.
I think the same thing applies here.
Oh,
nice job there,
what?
prying the ball free. And now their guys have a chance to take the lead if they can put something together. The beauty of doing it in football, you don't get called for a foul if you hit.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers are able to capitalize on the forced fumble by turning it into 6 points. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead is now 21-14. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. And Najee going to have a Steelers first down as he gets this up past the 40. They run again with Harris. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9.
Run that clock out for me, bro. Let's go.
Second and right at a yard.
Run that clock out for me.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. They'll roll him out right. Open man there is Darnell Washington.
Okay.
Yeah, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Now Wilson on first down. And
He don't got the hands like that.
Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
They go play action with Wilson. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. Now the terrible towels in full force now as the Steelers get set to defend this third and long. And down inside the 15 he goes.
You about to get popped.
75 yards receiving for him now. It's a first down. On the give, it's Warren.
Yep. Go right in the can.
His way down right around the 12. Cameron Hayward in on the tackle. This is 2nd and 8.
Come on.
They hand this off to Harris.
Yep.
Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6
3rd and 2.
as he gets halfway to the goal line. And the Steelers now in the nickel here on third down. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Out to the flat,
Pop.
that's complete to his running
Fourth.
back.
Let's go.
Yeah, this is only going to be a gain of 2. He needed 3. It's 4th and 1.
Chat, you want to see
It
something
looks
crazy?
like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down. The carry here for the big tight end. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And this 11-play drive is going to lead to nothing on the scoreboard. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Wilson. And this is caught by Williams.
Dude, Mike Williams.
Have this across midfield and inside the 45. It's another first down as they bite off 23 more on that one. Back to throw. Wilson eluding the pressure right. That's going to be caught by Pickens. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. To throw again is Wilson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
He already came through for them on this drive. No surprise that they were hoping he could do it again.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on second down. A handoff for Warren. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. Wilson. And it's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
And a lot of being a defender is being able to learn what you can.
I was trying to hit that post.
With man coverage. In this case, he got away with
got
it.
it too long.
Pop that ball free.
4th down. Here's Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Joey Porter Jr. And the Steelers are right back in this football game. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. The interception
making my players
with an
stop.
opportunity to erase this 4th quarter deficit. Now, this series could very well determine our outcome. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. He's got it to Williams. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. It's a Pittsburgh 1st down, a gain of 13. Back to throw. Wilson.
Big mistake.
Huge mistake late. It's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. That's back-to-back drives that have looked pretty good. The offense was moving the ball, but in both cases, the defense comes up with a big INT to get off the field.
How about the layers of intrigue that continue to get added as we watch this game unfold? Both offenses, they're a little bit discouraged with how their drives ended. How will each respond now and can either mount another positive series that ends in points for their team?
Another run on 2nd down, trying to cover up. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Here comes 3rd down and 7. They'll run it. Warren. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on 3rd down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right, they need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped.
See what
they
I
get
mean,
to it
bro?
quickly here as he stopped right around the 13.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
Early down stuffs will put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Now a run with Warren. And he's going to come up well shy of the 1st here as the tackle's made right around the 12. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports.
The Steelers earn the win at home, as we say in Pittsburgh.
Hey, whoever's watching, can you make sure to like the stream? What do you mean?
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to South Florida at Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami.
Okay. Miami, interesting.
On to get us started now, the kicker Chris Boswell. And we are underway from Hard Rock Stadium.
Dwayne Eskridge elects to bring it out. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
You quitting already?
Throwing to start here is Tua.
And incomplete to open things up.
We'll have to see what kind of looks this defense is going to throw at him as this game moves along, but they're in a zone to start. I do think we'll see plenty of man coverage as we move along, but the first throw of this one, incomplete.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
They'll run here with Raheem Mostert.
Oh, he's got a little daylight across midfield. And he'll get this down to the 39-yard line. A big pickup of 38. We often poke a little fun at running backs past the age of 30. Oh, they're getting old, they can't run anymore. Well, he's showing past the age of 30, you can still have some nice runs like that.
You certainly can, and I think that we're starting to expand our definition of old running back. Because it used to be as soon as they hit 30, we want to get rid of these guys and go to the younger guys. But now that the guys are taking such great care of themselves, as you pointed out,
pressure
go
comes
TJ.
and the Steelers take him down.
There's your co-NFL record holder, T.J. Watt, doing what he does best, terrorizing quarterbacks.
Bring that ass back.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Tua.
Give me that.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Deshaun Elliott.
Give me that.
The Steelers are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive.
Offensively, a far from ideal start there with a pick on the opening drive.
Yeah, not exactly what they were looking for. We know that. That's pretty obvious. The beauty, though, is it's happening early. If they don't panic, they don't compound this problem.
Bro, this...
Can't find a receiver,
So, do I just stop running? Like, what the fuck is that?
Here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Here's Warren.
And give him about 5
Damn.
as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
Face mask.
Yardage on the run and get 15 more for good measure.
Yeah, that
That's
wasn't
crazy.
too difficult to spot. You heard the sideline erupting, and the flags came out almost immediately.
They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson.
Oh.
He's got this to Williams, complete.
And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
Warren will score. Touchdown, Steelers.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. Now remember, the last time out, they threw the interception. That led to the touchdown, so now time to regroup.
It certainly is, and their goal right now as they go back out on the field, a calming drive, something that takes the ball.
Give me that.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. It's the ex-Dolphin, Minka Fitzpatrick.
But they're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson.
Ooh.
Keeps himself upright.
Ooh.
Forced out to his
Ooh.
left.
Oh.
And that is incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown.
Mike Williams.
25 yards for the touchdown.
And the Steelers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Let's go. 14-zip.
Boswell good with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0.
Better show me something, bro.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Got Tyreek. Come on.
Hill is going to take it out of the end zone.
Okay.
Opens here. He's past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And Mostert going to pick up a Dolphins first down as he'll get this up past the 45.
Off of play action, Tagovailoa. And the Steeler pressure
fucking
too
go.
much here. He's going to go down. T.J. Watt, now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. From the gun, it's Tua. He'll let this go deep for Waddle.
What the fuck?
And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away.
Here's Austin. $14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Wilson. Got an open man.
Oh,
It's time to give more credit there to the
dear.
defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route. And he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. Again, Wilson. Flush to his right. And smartly going into the slide there, Wilson has enough for the first. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. From the red zone now, here's Wilson on 1st down. Flushed out right. And in for the Steelers touchdown.
Let's go.
Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Steelers take a 3-touchdown lead.
Let's go.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And that makes the score 21-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes
That was a nasty
this
route.
is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer.
That shit was
only a few teams
disgusting.
in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Tua now on 1st down. A short throw there. That's to Smythe, the tight end.
I'm there.
He's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. So the completion good for just 3. And it'll be 2nd down. Play action. Now it's Tua. steps away to his left.
Get him.
And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line.
Good work on the scamper by Tagovailoa. It's a first down.
Tua going to throw.
Give me that.
Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the third time. And the Steelers are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. Well, there are several factors at play for why they face this deficit right now, Charles, but well, that's now 3 interceptions that he has thrown and just giving the football away pretty careless here in the opening half.
Yeah, I know that all of our parents taught us to share as youngsters. But
a bad throw there. It's intercepted.
Was I not?
Picked by Kendall Fuller.
Was I not in front of him? Was that just a bad throw?
All the way down to the 35.
Oh, someone let me know.
They just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room. They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field,
swore
now,
he was like
you've
2
given
steps
the
in
other
front of
side
him.
a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
Get him.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Oh yeah, to the crib.
Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And he will take it across midfield and down to the 45. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
He's airing it out for Williams. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd and manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete.
What, 3rd string tight end
for
too?
26 and a first down.
Oh, it's gonna be a dot. Watch this.
Play action. It's Wilson.
Oh, if Russ was actually a good quarterback. I have my feet set and everything. Wow.
Well, Brandon, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to give the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement.
And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Dante Jackson picks it, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket.
Finds Pickens out right.
And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the 3rd quarter.
From his end zone, here comes Patterson.
And he probably wishes he would have sat on that one. Instead, he's only able to get this up beyond the 15-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Now Wilson.
It's caught downfield by Pickens.
He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. To throw is Wilson. Quick hitter here. It's complete.
Bro, why does my players just keep stopping?
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. From midfield now, here's Wilson. Buying time to his left.
Take off.
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble.
Oh, and one of the linebackers has got it.
The 20.
No.
And this is brought all the way back. A fumble recovery and taken to the house for a Miami touchdown. So hold the phone here, Charles. I'd kind of written them off, but after that touchdown, it's certainly a long way still to go, but stranger things have happened.
Well, when you're going to have big second-half comebacks, plays like that have to be involved.
Extra point up and
what y'all think? Am I going to choke this?
And they'll cut the lead to 21-7.
Probably, huh?
Patterson going to bring this out of the end zone. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're right back out there after watching the fumble go the other way. Still in control of this game, but that needs to serve as a wake-up call because they're not in the clear yet.
No, the message should be clear that fortunes can change pretty quickly when you turn the ball over. You've got to take care of it, otherwise that lead could slip away quickly.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. The Steeler 1st down on the pickup of 11 yards. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
First carry for Najee Harris.
And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. 8 more yards this time coming off back-to-back 1st down pickups.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
More muscle up front for this 2nd and 2. They've got 3 tight ends out there.
And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard. 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime. Play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
Now it's Wilson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
On 3rd down, Wilson. This is caught inside the 15. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now.
And the Steelers will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd.
Wilson going to throw for it. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on third down here. And that will be incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
He'll let this go deep for Waddle.
And now here is another interception.
Picked off by Joey Porter Jr. And the Steelers will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
They'll start following the interception in great field position at the 45.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Second and 10 now, Wilson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. One incompletion, two incompletion. They're going for more.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Now run straight ahead with Warren.
And he gets this to the 48, but no further. Well short of the line to gain. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down. Here's Cameron Johnston now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. Before they can get the punt away, whistles as we've come to the end of the 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's Cameron Johnston now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line.
Wow. It took him... Because I punted it inside the 5, he quits for that. That's crazy. But he stayed in the game when it was fucking 20-7. W's in the chat, bruh.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are at venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Here's Cairo Santos now, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Soldier Field. Cordero Patterson to return it, bringing it out of the end zone. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Here's Wilson to throw right away.
Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. They've got his man complete.
Off the rip.
Through the middle of the field.
And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Pat Freiermuth.
76 yards.
And the Steelers are on the board first here this afternoon. Well, one word for that opening play call, and that is aggressive, but it worked. First play from scrimmage, long touchdown pass.
Well, let's be honest about it. In our production meeting last night, we talked about when would the secondary get tested. I did not say they'd get tested on play number 1. I knew as the game went along, they would take their shots. But that, as you said, a bold strike and very successful right out of the gate.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Here comes Webster. He's going to bring it out. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Throwing on 1st and 10, Williams. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet.
Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
Here's Williams.
He finds his target, Allen. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
Yeah, I'll let you run towards TJ. That ain't gonna be fun.
2nd down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Williams throw there complete to Allen.
And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers 19.
To throw, it's Williams.
Oh. And he gets saved.
Well, there is a certainty in this game. We know that
DJ Moore, Calvin Johnson
he's
all
going
of
to
a
draw a big
sudden?
time crowd.
Throws into double coverage there, and look, that's something that he's going to have to deal with a lot in this game, I'm sure.
You can run that right side all day, bro. You ain't going to get shit.
But they're going to count on him to uncover latent routes and make some difficult catches.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7.
From the gun, here's Williams.
Got his man.
Stuck on the D-line.
Chicago touchdown.
I got stuck on the D-line, bro.
15-yard touchdown ground.
And the Bears are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own.
Got a game. Actually got a game.
In the stadium, we saw a ton of people donning the jerseys of this rookie quarterback, so you know they love that opening drive, and he throws a touchdown pass.
He gave a little bit of confirmation about what they had hoped, right? Because they thought they had a quarterback. They're thinking they have a quarterback. You do this, they believe they've got a quarterback. Look at them elbowing each other up in the stands. That's our guy.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
From his end zone, here comes Patterson. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7.
Now Wilson. Now a diving catch made just beyond the line of scrimmage.
When I played in the yard as a kid, I used to imitate the spectacular catches that I would see on TV. I don't think I ever imitated one quite that well.
Come on, give yourself some credit.
No, I know better. What we just saw there, that was pretty special.
He's airing it out for Williams. This is caught inside the 15.
Come on, bro.
Touchdown.
That's a dot.
Mike Williams.
65 yards. And the Steelers have taken the lead. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. Boswell good with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Over the middle, and that's caught by Komet.
And he's going to be brought down right there, so nothing after the catches. He's dropped at the 42. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Back in Chicago, ready for the second quarter. It's the Bears in possession, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Throwing is Williams. And firing a deep
Mistake.
ball for Komet. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it's 2nd down.
And there wasn't much room for the big tight end to do much after the catch. But at least he was able to pick up a solid gain to help his offense continue to move in the right direction.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
That's anybody besides Van Jefferson, bro.
Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back. But that's one
So
step
you
in
wanna do
the
that?
proper direction.
A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Press the wrong
That
button,
could be the
bro.
stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession,
go for it?
now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Let's do it.
Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Slot man moves right. They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing again here, Wilson. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bears sack.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
But that's what they have to do more of defensively. Not just getting sacks, but they have to keep getting in his face. Not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey.
Come on.
And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. A sizable gain there of 9 yards, but it's still 3rd and long. From the shotgun, Wilson.
Damn.
Throw out wide.
That was good, D.
Incomplete.
Finally, this defense makes a stand. They've given up touchdowns in the first 2 drives, but here they said, we got to put a stop to that. Good coverage there to force a punting situation and a 4th down.
On is the punter, Johnston now, as he sends this one away.
And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Been a little bit of an interesting start. The first drive for him, Charles, they had the passing touchdown. The second drive, he threw the interception. So we'll see what this 3rd drive of the ball game brings.
Yeah, it's got a tiebreaker.
Come on, Patrick.
I mean, that's the tough part for them and for him because, yeah, things went really well in that first one, not so well on the second one. He wants to get back to what he did to get this game going.
To throw, Williams. Escaping the pressure right.
That'll be incomplete. Oh, he took a shot as he let that go.
That's 2 picks, bro.
Right where this set of downs
That's 2
started,
of
they
them.
need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
Caught by Allen.
Yep.
And he is going to be
4.
stopped at the 12, short of the first down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears trying to go for it on 4th.
They'll go. Here's Williams.
And he'll be touched down here, but
D-line,
not before
bro.
he does pick up the first.
Still got a long way to go.
They'll fake the give. Now Williams.
He's going to look
Yep.
deep for more.
That is
That's-
incomplete.
Zone coverage there.
Those
and they
tree
were
drop
playing
picks,
deep.
bro.
That makes it obviously a little bit harder to
3.
run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there.
Oh,
and it
bro,
winds up
ball
being
don't
complete.
lie. Thank you.
His early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted.
Ball don't fucking
Picked
lie,
up by
bro.
Minka
Come on.
Fitzpatrick. And the return here is stopped
This dude's
at the
dog shit.
35-yard line. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
Here's Wilson. Got his man. It's Williams. That one, a first down pickup of 8. On the run, it's Warren. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Here's Wilson to throw.
Oh.
Just a desperation heave there, and it's intercepted. And his guys have got it back in the closing stages of the first half. Charles, not only is that we're really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Partner, this
Take
is
your 3,
almost
bro.
an unwinnable spot for a defense. They have to come right out for a first and goal, trying to stop them. But let me hold on a second. Let me take that back real quick.
Yep.
They can win here if they force a field goal try. Still a long ways away from that happening, but that has to be what they're thinking right now.
Yep.
Santos,
you ain't getting 7, so you got. You ain't getting 7.
4 now at 14-10. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock. He's airing it out for Williams. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this second half. And he returns this to the 22. Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the 3rd quarter. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's second down.
And if you like defensive football, focus on the defensive end on this play. He does everything exactly right. Reads the play and make sure he spills it for a small gain.
I didn't stop running.
Quickly after the catch up at the 45-yard line. On first down, here's Williams. Over the middle, and it's caught. Keenan Allen.
Okay, you throw this.
Good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. From the 46, here's second down and a yard. Working out of the gun, Williams. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. On 1st and 10, it's Williams.
And
it's incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. To the air once more, Williams.
Get him. Let's go, TJ. Finally.
Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
They'll go play action here with Williams.
He lets this
hell
one fly
no.
toward the back
DJ
of the
Moore
end
not
zone.
like that, buddy.
It'll be intercepted.
Especially with Mika back there. He got 3 picks.
They're going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
They were well aware of the scoreboard as they went into halftime, and they know how tough it's been to put up any kind of points. But if there's a positive after that play, is that they were able to take a shot at the end zone on their opening drive of this half. The negative, though, that shot at 6 ended in an interception, and we know that's not going to jumpstart this offense.
He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. 2nd down.
Now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. From the gun, it's Wilson. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Warren. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
And he'll throw this one away. I don't think he's out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag.
Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
Oh, they're changing this at the line.
4th down. Here's Wilson. He's airing it out for Williams.
Give me that shit.
This is caught at the 20.
Let's go.
And he is going to have the Steelers' 1st down, and that was something else. A big pickup on 4th
Get fucking
and
mossed.
to give him a new set of downs.
Get fucking mossed.
Wilson.
Got an open man. It's Pickens.
And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. 11 more on that one, and another 1st down.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago, followed it up with another nice one here, and before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
Get in there.
And he'll be taken down after a decent gain, and that will bring us to the end of this 3rd quarter of play. We have played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Again, it's Harris.
Get in there, bro.
And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Najee Harris
Taking it in from a yard out.
And the Steelers are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead.
Boswell for the extra point. It's good, and it's 21-10.
Shit's
Boswell
over, bro.
now to
Quit.
kick it away after the touchdown.
Shit's over.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
Game.
And his pass is intercepted
Game.
for the 4th time today.
Game.
Boy, Charles, you hate to see this for a rookie quarterback. You're hoping it doesn't.
Alright. That'll do for this stream. Lighters.